Welcome back guys to AK Academy and welcome back to a new video in Blazor topics. Today we'll talk about something very interesting, which is Azure DevOps, continuous integration and continuous delivery for Blazor WebAssembly applications. So before we start, let's just explain what is Azure DevOps and continuous integration, continuous delivery very quickly. First, part of the Azure DevOps practices called CICD, or continuous integration and continuous delivery. Basically, these operations aim to automate the process of delivering the application to your clients effectively and in an automated way without worrying about all the stuff like merging the code, build it, and then push it up to your delivery environment. So in this way, you can just with your team concentrate on the logic of the business, the security, the features you want to solve or add, and leave the deployment process to Azure DevOps. Basically, the continuous integration means submit the changes that you made every day or maybe every few hours to the code version control, merge that changes, and then build the application automatically. The process of continuous delivery means submit the result after building the application to your delivery environment. For example, Azure App Service or the web hosting where our application is, if this is for a web application, just as an example. So today what we are going to do is basically we will learn how we can implement or create a continuous integration pipeline using Azure DevOps with Azure Pipeline service for a Blazor WebAssembly product. So actually what we need is a GitHub account, Get tool, Azure DevOps account, and Blazor WebAssembly with Visual Studio 2019. Everything is free, nothing is paid from those services. So let's move first here. The first thing you should install is the Get, which is a version control. You can install it locally. Just by visiting this URL, you can find all the required URLs in the description box below. Download it for your device, whether you are using Mac, Windows, or even Linux. And just install the latest version. Now the second thing we need is an GitHub account. It's also a very simple process. Just go to github.com, register, and create an account if you don't already have one. And also, we need to go for Azure DevOps Services, which known previously as an Microsoft Visual Studio Team Services, but now it's called Azure DevOps. So let's get started. First, I will go to GitHub and create a new repository. I will call it Blazor WebAssembly CICD. Yeah, the name is not that clear, but fine. This repository is situated with the Blazor WebAssembly CICD session on AK Academy, like that. Okay. Initialize this repository with README and yes. Ignore the files of Visual Studio. Great. README file is basically just the file that has a description, or you can see the post associated to your repository that contains sometimes the code, hints, or everything, which is the general description of your repository. Ignore is a set of files that tell the Get locally to ignore some files. That is no need to push them and install them every time you want to make push request. Okay, this is good. This is our README file, and these are our files. Now we can move back to Visual Studio here. I will create a new project. Choose Blazor. Next, I will call it DevOps demo. Create. Okay, I will choose Blazor WebAssembly and click create again. Okay, perfect. Here is our application created successfully. Now let's click build to make sure that everything is working fine. Okay, awesome. Now we need to add this application to a source control. We can do this in two ways. Either we can use the Visual Studio UI or we can use the get bash. But I prefer basically to use that bash rather than using the Visual Studio UI, just because over there you have more flexibility. While this UI is awesome, but it depends on you. First, open get bash here. Okay, great. Now, if you are opening this for the first time, you have to initialize the get with your username and email address. I will put the comments in the description section, but for now we will start directly. Now we will initialize this folder by executing the command get initialize. Then we will associate this local repository with this one we have just created. Okay, so I will get this link, then I will execute the command get remote add origin, like that. Click this. Okay, perfect. Now we should pull these changes from the online repository. Get pull origin master. Okay, great. As you can see here right now, we have that get ignore and readme markdown file. Now I want to push this project to the server, so can execute get add-on, then get commit, initialize the project, then push that project to the server, get push origin master, like that. Okay, that's awesome. Now I think, okay, as you can see, our application is here. Here we go. Okay, now what we want to do is basically to create an Azure pipeline that every time anyone within your team make any change to this project, then when you merge this within the master branch, directly that pipeline goes and fetch that code from GitHub and build it, generate the for you, which are ready to post to the server. Okay, so to do this, I will go to the Azure DevOps services and click start for free or sign in. I have an account, so I'll click on sign in. Okay, that's great. Here are my projects. So I have to create a new project. Call it Blazor WebAssembly demo. Blazor WebAssembly project, and Azure Pipeline. Okay, I need to add more things. That's enough. Then I will click create. Okay, great. Here is our project. If you want to deep dive in Azure DevOps and this amazing set of services, you can add team members, Azure boards. Here we have repositories. Like instead of using GitHub, we can use the Azure repositories, test plans, and artifacts, which are the final results of the pipeline after you build. If you have library, that's going to be here, or if you have your own application, that's going to be published to this place. Okay, so what we want to do is to go to pipelines, and I will create a new one. Okay, what is your source code? Actually, it's on GitHub. Great, this is our repository we have just created. Type password. Great, I have to install Azure pipelines for that repository. Okay, great. Now we have to configure that pipeline. So we set the instructions we want this pipelines to do by configure a YAML file, had all that instructions or the command that the hosting service or the machine that's going to build our application, what the steps it should do. So I will choose here ASP.NET project, show more. Here we go. We will choose ASP.NET Core. And that's it. So this file, as I've said, contains the set of the instructions that the machine we're going to build our code will do. So first, which is the image that will our application will build on top of it, which is Ubuntu, the latest version. There are a set of variables. The configuration is going to be release. Okay, then .NET build. This one we're going to call build. I will add another one, which is to restore the packages. So to do so, show assistant here. I will choose .NET Core, restore. Okay, for now I will leave everything as it. Won't add anything else. I will click save and run. Okay, this one will commit this file and push it to the GitHub repository. So we have to create a commit. Okay, called setup CI with Azure pipelines. So now our pipeline has been created successfully. Here we have a set of jobs that actually will start fetching the code from this repository and build it. Okay, .NET build, right now the project's being built. Successfully, so that's great. Our application has built successfully. There is a lot of configurations we have to add for that pipeline, like maybe changes those messages that you are seeing here, in addition to publish the application to the artifacts and restoring the packages, especially if you have multiple projects inside the same solution. There is more and more configurations, but for this demo, I'm just making a look about this in general. I won't go deep because very soon I will make a full course about Azure DevOps and continuous integration with continuous delivery, okay? So, but for now, if I go back to pipelines, as you can see, the project has been built successfully, everything's working fine. So now I will make something, open this pipeline, go here and get the status badge. Okay, great. We can add this to our GitHub repository, so it indicates that the application has been built successfully. But before we paste it, we have to go to project settings, and we should go to the settings of the pipeline. Okay, here there is an option called disable anonymous access to badges. We have to enable that access. Okay, like that. Now we can go back to our repository. Let's edit the README file. Blazor WebAssembly CICD demo. Let's paste that here. Okay, great. Add a status badge, or just like this. That's enough. Commit the change. Okay, perfect. Now I want to make some changes and add new features to my application, then push it back to GitHub. So first, let's pull that changes. Okay, great, fine. Now I will go to Visual Studio, but I'm going to do this right now using the Team Explorer UI. I have it available on my Visual Studio. So first I will close the project and open it again. As you can see here, I have the master branch inside the repository called Blazor DevOps Demo. So I will create a new branch. I will call it, for example, new version or version 2, like that. Then I will click create branch. Great. So right now we are in the second branch, which is called version 2. So instead of working directly to the master branch, because right now we are adding a new feature, maybe we'll face a lot of bugs, a lot of problems. So in this way, we don't affect the master branch. We work on a different one. At the end, when we are sure that everything is working fine, we can basically just merge those two branches together, okay? So I'll go to pages, to the index, and make very, very slightly change. Okay, here I will add new title, call it this is a new change in the version 2. That's it, very simple. Okay, now if I want to post these changes from Visual Studio, as you can see here, we have this red icon which indicates that there is some edits that haven't been committed yet. So I can right click on the solution, click on commit, adding title to the index page, and commit. Okay, perfect. Then I can click sync. Okay, push this to the GitHub repository online. Okay, perfect. Here, if I go online, refresh that, as you can see here, I have two branches. The second one, version 2, and go for that branch. Okay. Great. So, basically, if I go back here to the pipeline, this pipeline is going to start building the project after we merge or after we make any change to the master branch, as you can see here. So right now, after I have pushed the second version to different branch, and I'm sure that everything is working fine and we are ready to go online with this change. I can, from this branch, click compare and pull request. Okay, adding title to the index page, I will click create a pull request. Okay, this one will indicate if there is some merging that should be done manually or if the GitHub is able to merge all of that automatically. Right now, as you can see, merging can be performed automatically. I can click on merge pull request, and if you want to add some titles or more description about that, confirm the merging process. Now we are done. We can delete that branch that we have just created for adding the changes. Okay, great. Now if we go back to this pipeline, open it, as you can see, it says automatically it starts to build the project again. Okay, that's great. Also, the next version has been pulled successfully. That's great. Actually, this is everything I want to do for this session. There is another one for the same topic that we want to publish the project to artifacts, and then we can implement the continuous delivery by also taking that the published project after it has been built to the Azure app service. So directly when we make any change to the master branch, we merge, our customer directly receive that change in a continuous way and automated. Hope you liked this session. You can find all the links and everything we have talked about in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you liked it. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button if you are really enjoyed that video. Thank you so much.